most of the companies have realized already that there's a power in AI. And there are very few people who are sitting on the fence who don't realize that there's a power in AI. But obviously, everybody's struggling in terms of how to actually make it happen, like how to actually use AI for business applications. But I can tell you 3 trends which I've noticed in the last 6 months. The first one being that in the first half of the last year was still very conservative and there was some reluctance in terms of spending money into this area. I think the second half, great discussions have started happening in terms of not only looking at AI as a cost or tech element, but what can it do to generate a business value, a true business value and outcome conversation. I think that's phenomenal, which means the business and IT of every enterprise has started coming together. I think it's a fundamental shift in the way people are going to see this evolution now because the speed will now gain. Number 2 is that we did a survey 4 or 5 months back and it's clearly coming out of survey that the AI and data as part of the IT spend is going to increase now. So everybody's saying broadly that within our IT spend, we may increase our IT spend as well as a company, but the most importantly, we're going to double our investment in data and AI within the IT spend. So that's very different marker in the industry because now there's a serious point forward. The third thing is very interesting. So I categorize the company into 2 parts, 10 billion and above and 10 billion and below. Let's call it a small and mid-size. You can define anything in the mid-size, but let's say $1 to $10 billion companies. What we started seeing is that they are going to be spending 4 times more than a large company in terms of percentage share of the revenue on AI. And that's phenomenal, which means there will be new companies who will now leapfrogging faster than the traditional companies. So that's the environment we are working on. So very exciting. The problem is that it's not an easy problem to deal with. It's a hard thing to implement. And I think the difference between a high-performing company and people who will cross the bridge will be that how much effort they put into next 18 to 24 months. I think this 18 to 24 months will be very defining for every company.